A Texan has been confirmed as Donald Trump's Director of National Intelligence. This is Thursday, February 13th, 2025.
Texas Scorecard presents the day's first news for the Lone Star State. The Texas Minute, with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.
Thanks for spending part of your Valentine's Day Eve with the Texas Minute. Let me stress that. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. Gentlemen, you've been warned. Let's get to the news. Federal authorities have completed 2 separate operations in Houston this week targeting criminal illegal aliens. As a result, 8 individuals have been charged for their roles in a sex trafficking ring. The arrests are part of a broader investigation targeting a multi-state sex trafficking ring run by Tren Aragua, in which members of the violent Venezuelan gang are accused of intimidating their victims into compliance. It's worth noting that one of the U.S. assistant attorneys working the case told Texas Scorecard that all of the arrests from this Houston investigation are Venezuelans who are in the United States illegally. Texas universities and public schools would be prohibited from entering into contracts and agreements with foreign adversaries under legislation filed by Republican State Representative Briscoe Cain of Deer Park. His measure designates foreign adversaries to include Iran, North Korea, Russia, and China, including Hong Kong and Macau, but excluding Taiwan. In the past years, untold millions of dollars have flowed into Texas's public schools and universities from entities related to the Chinese Communist Party, all in an attempt to promote the interests of Beijing. Under Cain's legislation, university employees would be prohibited from using educational materials produced or sold by a foreign adversary unless approved by the Higher Education Coordinating Board. The same restrictions would apply to public schools with foreign educational materials requiring approval by the Texas Education Agency. A relatively new resident of the Lone Star State is now the Director of National Intelligence. Tulsi Gabbard is a former member of Congress from Hawaii who recently moved to Central Texas. The U.S. Senate confirmed her nomination as President Trump's DNI by a vote of 52-48, with both John Cornyn and Ted Cruz supporting her. Former Majority Leader Mitch McConnell of Kentucky was the only Republican to vote against her confirmation. She's the latest Texan to have a prominent role in the administration. Scott Turner is a former 2-term state lawmaker from Collin County who was recently confirmed as the Secretary of Housing and Urban Development. Also, former U.S. Representative John Ratcliffe, who previously served as Trump's Director of National Intelligence, has taken the helm at the Central Intelligence Agency. Meanwhile, Brooke Rollins, a former president of the Texas Public Policy Foundation and a key figure in Trump's first-term policy team, is still awaiting Senate confirmation to serve as the Secretary of Agriculture. The Texas Minute will be right back.
Why get your news from people who don't share your values? Get news stories from Texas Scorecard. We provide real news for real Texans. Go to TexasScorecard.com today.
The Texas Senate's Criminal Justice Committee unanimously approved a series of legislative measures yesterday designed to strengthen the state's bail system. Their action follows Governor Greg Abbott's designating the issue an emergency and therefore eligible for quick legislative action. The push is for more stringent controls over bail laws that have allowed violent criminals to roam free and commit even more heinous acts. At the hearing was the mother of Jocelyn Nongari. She was the 12-year-old Houston girl who was sexually assaulted and killed in June 2024. 2 illegal aliens from Venezuela are accused of committing the crime. So, among the items passed out of the committee is a proposed constitutional amendment referred to as Jocelyn's Law that would require judges to deny bail to illegal aliens charged with felony offenses. Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick said yesterday that he believes the House will pass the bail reform package. I will note here that today marks the 30th day of the legislative session, and House Speaker Dustin Burrows has not yet organized the chamber for legislative business. You can find the details of all the stories mentioned today and keep up with the latest news by visiting TexasScorecard.com. This edition of the Texas Minute was produced by Nick Shepard and based on the original reporting of Joseph Termer, Valerie Munoz, Brandon Waltons, and Luca Cacciatore. I look forward to seeing you out around the Lone Star State. Have a great day.
Thanks for listening to the first news of the day for the Lone Star State. This has been the Texas Minute with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.